Real Life Military, episode number 7. Today we're going to talk about stock charts and earnings reports. These two things will help you identify your stocks. So, the charts, you need to learn how to actually look at a chart like in lifetime to see what's actually going on. The general way is there's just a line that shows you if it's going up or down. And that's what, if you Google a stock like Apple, if you put into Google Apple stock, that's all you're going to see is this line that's going up or down in one singular line. In the earnings reports, those things will actually give you an overall of how the company is actually doing, because the stock price can be going down when the stock is actually doing well, but it's just the sentiment around it. The big one right now in the news is Elon Musk in Tesla. So he will say some crazy stuff, or people perceive it to be crazy, and it doesn't matter how well his company is doing, the stock will come down because people don't feel that what he's saying is right. So the stock could just be feelings and not what's actually happening. Okay, so this is my first time splitting the screen, so please bear with me. I think that's good, and you can actually see it. Let me move this. Okay, so this is the candlestick chart. The other chart that you'll see that I was talking about with just a singular line is just a mountain view, and it doesn't show you anything except for where the stock's actually going. So in this, you have the bullish candlestick or the bearish, red or green. Green is bullish. So in these examples, which I'll go into more depth later, so you'll have the green solid bar, and the beginning of the bar where it says open down to the bottom is a solid beginning of the bar. It will go up all the way to the top of the wick where it says high, and then throughout the day it'll come down and break through that solid bar to the bottom wick where it says low. That's as low as it gets, and it'll come all the way up to make that bar green, and where that solid bar at the top where it says close, that's where it closes for that interval. So I'll show you later with the example of you can break up these candlesticks into different intervals. You can do 1 minute, you can do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, a day, a week, a year. So in this example, we'll say the stock opened green, so that solid bar at the bottom, open, it somehow went all the way up to that green top wick. But that will just look like a solid bar lifetime. And then once it comes down and breaks through the bottom green solid bar, it'll start making that wick down, and it'll stop at that bottom wick where it says low. It'll rise all the way up, filling that bar up, and then once the interval closes, it closed, and that's what makes that solid bar, and it'll shoot over and start its next interval, its next candlestick. So right on the bearish candle where it says open, it's going to be right there. But if it goes higher to where it says high on the bearish candlestick, it'll look green until it comes below where it says open on that red candlestick, and it'll start making a red bar with a red wick at the top. So it'll be solid with a red wick, and it'll start going down and building that, and it'll go up and down, and then it'll go all the way down to where it says low, but it'll still be a solid bar. And it'll keep that solid bar until it closes. So it could be a solid bar all the way, but it'll just go to where it says low, and then it comes up to where it closes, and that's where it closes, and then that fills that interval. once we go into the other descriptions, it'll make more sense. So let me pull up an active chart right here. So right here I have Apple, and I will show you what it's normally look like. If you just Google, like, it right here, so Yahoo Finance. If you just Google Apple, this is what you're gonna see. So we'll go to the day, and this is it. You're gonna get this view. So this is, let's close this. This is 9 o'clock when, well, 4, when the beginning of the day starts, and right around here, 9 o'clock it opens. So the way that you can change this is you'll have indicators, like right now I'm just worried about indicators and interval. So these is where you can change the interval, 1 minute to a year, what I was talking about before. So to change this to the candlestick, you go line and just candle. And here we go. So I will try to expand on what I was talking about before. So, right, we'll start here. So, right here you can see. So, it opens right here, green. So, throughout this minute interval, it goes up, which would be a single green bar all the way up here to where that wick is, comes down, and then as soon as it crosses over here, it'll be red, and then it comes back up, fills up, and then closes for the minute, and that makes that candlestick. And then it comes over here, and when this wick right here, it'll go up and it'll be green, but as soon as it comes down, it makes it red. Comes down, and then closes right here, and then starts the next one, and goes over and over. See how it just leapfrogs back and forth. But with these wicks, like with the line, look, I'll change it to the line right now, and you can't see the actual action that's happening. So you're just like, oh, okay, it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down, went up a little bit, up a little more. You don't know what's happening. So right here, this is, so it's looking pretty good, comes back down, so it's steady, right? So with this, you can make certain like judgment calls, right? So it's coming up, okay, cool. This makes a, what they call a resistance. So you can make a line right here. You can be watching this, like this is my resistance, the high resistance. So it's battling under this resistance, and then it comes up, touches the resistance right here with this top wick, and then it comes down hard, and look, you made another bottom resistance. So you can set another line. To make these lines right here where it says draw, it could be anything, but if it looks like a pinprick, you can probably make the lines. And this isn't a very good chart. Like, I just messed up my phone, or I pull up my actual E-Trade, and you can do a lot more with it. And as soon as I fix that, I will probably make another video to put it in more depth. But this works fine for simple explanation. So look, resistance comes up, hits it, tests the resistance, comes all the way down, creates another bottom resistance, and this is red. So you're pretty steady going up and down. It hits this red, hits a green, comes back up, tests the resistance again, battles up over the resistance, but like caps out at the high, not the closing, but the high that it reached before. So it tests up, and then look, this shoots way down again, but it doesn't close. So it's up right here, comes up a little bit, shoots all the way down, comes back up and closes. So on the line, you wouldn't really see this. You wouldn't see all this action. Then look, opens again, comes up, comes down again, tests under the resistance, comes up over, closes above the resistance. So if you look at this chart, you would see that like right here is like the point where it's like, okay, I think this is gonna shoot off. This may be a time to come in and buy some more, or just watch it. Really, it's good to get a couple candlesticks or wick to see if it's actually a bullish move. So look right here, it breaks above, comes back, and then comes all the way up a couple dollars, and then shoots all the way down under the resistance again, comes back up, and closes. Starts again, shoots up, tests this new, so we got a new resistance, so we can set this bar up, and then set this one, grab it right here. So we got new resistance levels, and that's how, if you're actually doing day trading or watching the stock to see how it's going to go, just to get the knowledge, you can keep on moving your indicators to see the trajectory that it's making. You can even put another one here to see if it goes under this resistance. So you get another bar. So once it breaks this first one, you know, this could be a bullish move. Then it breaks it again and breaks through another one and just keeps on going up. So that's pretty much charts. I'll come out and get a bigger view. So let's switch it to a year. Not available. Great. 2 years? Cool. So this is the last 2 years for Apple. So this is 2021. So coming out of COVID, starts ramping up, comes down, ramping up. You wouldn't see that, like what's actually happening. Like these big moves right here, you don't really see that one. Look, see, that one line doesn't show the full story, right? So let's switch over to Tesla. Oh, one other thing, we'll go ahead and go push it to a year. I think it's intervals a week, right? So switch it to candlestick. Another good thing to look at is the actual volume. It's not a bad indicator. So these are trades that are happening. When you see the green or the red, that just means the buyers won these intervals. In the red, the sellers won. So more selling than buying. That's all this means at the bottom. Usually when you bring a stock, like I didn't put the volume in there, the volume's gonna be there. So that's just so you know. So 774 million people. It's wild. Okay, I switched to Tesla because now I'm gonna go over earnings. Well, let's go to Amazon. Amazon loading. Okay, so let's go Amazon here. And just so you know, this is Yahoo Finance, and here I'm using Seeking Alpha. You can use whatever you want. I mean, maybe check them to see if they're actually lining up with everybody else. But so you have your EPS and the quarterly earnings. So this shows you have what they thought they were going to get and what they actually got. So they thought they were going to get a EPS stands for earning per share. So they thought for each share they were going to get 0.12. Instead they got negative 0.2 for fiscal year 2022. Quarter 3 they did better. They beat by 7 cents. You see down here it says, oh wait, you can't really see that. Okay, so 7 cents. And then for quarter four of last year, they missed by 14 cents. This year, they beat by 9 cents. So let's actually go look at the stock and see if that correlates with the earnings, right? So fiscal year 2, 2022. So Amazon, fiscal year 2022 would be right around here. So right around here. So this shows like a good pop, right? For so quarter 2 would be April, May, June. So April, May, June. So look, nice big pop. So we'll go back here. Quarter 3, they beat by 7 cents. So we'll go over here. So where were we? Quarter 4. So quarter 4 would be all this downturn. So quarter 3, a little win there. So up a little bit. Quarter 4, down, and then going in like not a bad run, right? Okay, so let's switch it over to Tesla. Okay, so as you see, like Tesla has great earnings from quarter 2 of last year all the way to present time, and they're estimating that next quarter is going to be good as well. Like this last quarter, they were in line, which means it wasn't a loss, right? So just looking at the like, see, like that looks exactly like Amazon, and Amazon had 2 quarters that they were down, right? So they were getting beat down, even though they had excellent earnings, and they've been consistent. So I just wanted to put that in there because that's the glaring one where it's like great earnings, but the stock's going down. Amazon missed 2 quarters in a row. Their stock went down as well, but it stayed with the earnings. Tesla, see, earnings all great, stock still went way down. So that doesn't always show that the stock price does not mean that's what the stock is actually worth. You have to look at the actual earnings per share. Like if they're having great earnings quarter after quarter after quarter, and like I think I'm pretty sure the last year and a half, all like earnings above, but the stock's been up and down like crazy. That's why like you want to look for those stocks that are undervalued, and this just looks like one going off of the earnings. So that was a little bit about how to read actual charts and a little about earnings. So once I fix my phone and actually be able to get into my account, then I will go into my E-Trade and actually show you percentages, because when you look at charts, they don't show like the full picture, and I can explain that better when I get my account back. So that's all I got. Thank you very much.